I don't think it does. I highly doubt it. I think we should join. Okay, so our first threading bug. Woo! The implementation has detected that the value specified by thread does not refer to a joinable thread. No thread could be found corresponding to that. Let's... So this didn't do anything? Let's go back a couple. No, it clearly didn't. Let's go back a couple more. No, it clearly didn't. Let's get rid of this. This isn't a background thread that we're killing and actually waiting to have killed. The value passed to pthread exit. Target thread has been terminated. Does this happen in the UI? Oh no, this happens on exit. Well, maybe not just on exit. It's actually a good question. What's going to happen if in the UI? Because I said before I didn't want the UI thread managing that stuff, but what if happens if someone in the UI kills an input device or the input device needs to be set up again? Is the UI thread going to launch it? I think the answer is yes. So why do I feel the same way about output threads? Why can't the UI manage output threads? Maybe it can. Maybe it can. Okay, so we want a return value or ret. I don't know what to do in this situation. Could not join on thread. I don't think it's a %d. Okay, does that work? Does that do what I think it does? Maybe. Yeah, it looks like it. It'd be nice to replace the sig term handler so that it didn't say terminated. That's pretty annoying. I need to take a quick break, so I will be back. Okay, we're back again. I took a little break, had some food, and I'm ready to start making UI. I noticed though we have a problem with this. It's actually a pointer, a struct pointer. I'm just gonna give a warning. Couldn't join on thread. Whatever. I'm also going to make a couple of notes of some things that we came across to do Keep reading until no longer getting E again. And then up in the deallocate, we're going to do enter drain mode. This is a to-do. These are things we need to investigate at some point. Okay. Enter drain mode. Probably do that somewhere a bit lower. I don't know. I don't know. We'll leave it there. Not the problem I want to deal with now. Okay, let's make a UI. What do we have at the moment? All right. So what I want is an input box here and a button next to it. Let's see if we can get that going. I don't think Raylib has build Raylib source Raylib box. Not looking good. Input, I didn't think that would work. Well, okay. Can we see widgets anywhere? Import related functions, gestures, basic drawing. I doubt it. Oh, we got splines, very fancy. Collision detection. Textures, no. Image drawing. Image software rendering. Interesting. Alright, it looks like we're on our own for this one. Yeah, okay. Looks like we're on our own. Alright. We could take a peek in Ray GUI to see how they do it. And thinking through some of the problems we might come across, we may end up doing that. Taking a look. In fact, let's do that. Let's just see what sort of problems they had to solve. Mr. Rayson. Source, Ray GUI, and I think we want something like input box. Yep. Title message buttons. Okay, so they pass in parameters instead of keeping all that stuff in a structure or something. They pass them in as parameters. That's probably reasonable. We might want to put this in a structure, as in like, I don't know, some of that stuff. I don't know what buttons is meant to be. Ooh, secret. Chart text. Yeah, that's interesting. So they just have a static parameter here. Like, this is an interesting point. There's no necessarily moral reason why we should only have one thing active. at a time. But that is kind of how things are architected, at least currently. And you can kind of fake having multiple things active by having it change from frame to frame, I guess. I suppose. Yeah, a bunch of GUI style stuff. Okay, all right. Let's get started. We want a input text widget of some kind. Yeah, input text widget. Okay. Edit. Well, let's draw it some. No. It'll be edit widgets. Void draw text input. Rectangle, of course. Yeah, I guess we want stuff back from this. Maybe we do. So we want text. We want to know if it's active. Is that all I care about? Because the thing is, this is kind of computed. On every single frame, you compute whether this is true or not. By just seeing, well, no, I don't think that's true. Well, okay, let's think. How would you take away focus? If you clicked another widget. So, but you can do that every frame. Every frame you compute if there was a mouse click and if it was within your widget or if it was not within your widget. I think the main thing is for text. Every frame you want to see if a text or a button or a key press was made. And certain key presses should take away focus, I think. Things like enter or tab. Tab is a tricky one because it should send focus to the next element. Which means we're going to have to chain our elements together somehow. I think I kind of want to group them, group text options, because I'm thinking about if you have many options that you want to input, for instance, a bunch of filters or something. I think for each of those, you want to be able to lock your changes in at once. Like lock them all in and say, none of these are editable. I'm not editing any of these. Don't let me change them. And before you lock, I think you want to be able to, within that text group, I think you want to be able to edit. As in undo, redo, that sort of thing. Or at least undo. Or reset, maybe. Back to before you locked. So kind of like accept all, discard all sort of thing. Why would that be within a group? Why would that not be global? I think that's a problem to solve later. The tab problem is interesting though. We are going to, if we want to support that, which I don't know, like morally it would be nice, but maybe we just say, hey, this is a mouse keyboard only. You got to use both of them. We're not going to support keyboard only. I'm not, like, I don't hate that, but we'll see what happens when we get to it. For now, I think a tab is just going to turn off active.